historic Franklin, Louisiana. It is a bicentennial. They're 200 years old. And I'm gonna stop at one of my favorite little places, but they are not yet open. I'm probably 30 minutes early. So maybe I'll just take a little tour of the town for a second. My phone really doesn't store much. Looks like a lot of things haven't reopened. There was a storm, I want to say a couple years back, and a lot of stuff hasn't reopened since then. Looks like there's some stuff going on up here. I don't know. The speed limits around here are so tiny that they probably just, I was gonna say got pulled over for speeding, but it looks like she had a wreck. Anyway, here's some like old time, I have my phone on a rest, some old time homes and trees and stuff. I'll try to turn my phone to where you can see the houses. But this is the historic downtown. There's a little German Shepherd gone loose. I don't think I've ever been this far into town, honestly. There is one cemetery I'd really like to go and check out, so maybe I'll hit that up. Maybe not. Bed and breakfast. Hey. So that's like a bed and breakfast hidden behind all that bamboo. But I'm gonna just go get a nice shot of the water tower. People will think I'm weird, but that's okay. You know, I'm a weirdo. That's so weird. Oh, is school great. So the people that own just this joint just showed up with like a trailer full of stuff that I assume they bought off of an auction or an estate sale that ended. So I'm just gonna let them unload before they open. Okay, so I'm doing a voiceover for this part because I was talking so low and muffled you couldn't really hear me. The location I actually wanted to visit wasn't open that day, so I went to their second location by the bridge. And a lot of this stuff was pretty lovely. I just didn't know the prices of anything. They don't price their stuff. That was a squirrel, but he had no hands. I thought he was really pretty. And so that was disappointing. But a lot of it wasn't even shipped up. I just wasn't sure of the price. That I thought was just darling, but it was made in China. But it was heavy, so I felt like it was good quality. So I was like, I don't know, trying to decide on it. It was like super light. And they just had all kinds of stuff in this place. Eventually I had to put the camera down and just like start filling a tub full of stuff. And then clear glass, clear glass, clear glass is not my favorite. And then they had a bunch of old bottles, but I know nothing about old bottles, so I didn't really know which ones I should pick up, which ones I should leave behind. That one looked cool, but you can't go by looks with bottles. It's kind of got to be an important bottle. I never really made my way back to the linen section, but they had a lot of crocheted blankets and stuff like that. And this barn is usually closed during the summertime because it's so hot and they don't have AC. So I don't know how long those blankets have been in there, but cups and mugs and some like gold gilded stuff. I'm really bad at showing what I'm looking at, but I'm getting better. I'm learning just to look through my camera. Very cool old light fixtures. but they wouldn't fit in my house. That, I believe, is like a jigger, and you need a top for it to pour the drinks out of, but it was a pretty cool piece. They had two like that. I was like, should I? Should I not? I think I should have. But I was trying not to fill up my hands yet. I was making a first pass, and I think that was a mistake. A bunch of vases. Ew, LSU. And my friend's been looking for a hurricane lamp top, but they make so many different sizes. I don't know which one he needs. I had tons of hurricane lamps. That was a really cool vase, but it wasn't, I don't believe it was old. It's hard, like, if I tap my camera, I can focus in on something, but I can't hold the camera and then tap the screen while holding an object. But they had a lot of cool stuff. They had, like, an entire section of just Asian things, and... Okay, I think it was a great success. Ooh, and dramatic exit, because that's when I found the carnival glass. Okay, I think it was a great success. I got a Tupperware of stuff back there. Now I'm heading home, get ready for my, what I'm gonna sell tonight preview thing, Gumma Bopper. Hope a lot of people show up, because I got a lot of good stuff. So, you guys come on down. So, not a lot of people showed up, but I realized that somebody has their sale at the exact same time as mine, which I was really careful to not do. So, that's okay. I didn't want to do my sales that late, but I was trying not to step on top of anybody else's sale, but maybe I'll just, I don't know, pick a different time. But these are some of the really awesome stuff that I felt deserved being highlighted that I had picked up that day. Okay, I feel like this is really close to my face. Just got out of PT. It went pretty well. And I have to go by the Walgreens to get my prescription. And so on the way there, there is the little bitty Goodwill. So we're going to stop in and see what they have. So this will probably be take 2 of little bitty Goodwill. Okay, we're heading in there now. So, I have to do a voiceover for this part as well. Goodwill was like not really rocking out because the music was horrible, but they were playing really loud music. And so, here's the itty bitty Goodwill. And this is the itty bitty Goodwill home goods section. And they just kind of cram everything together. That was a really cool turkey, man, but he was missing his gravy spoon. But he was like brown drip, and he had the green around the top of his feathers. And I don't think he was marked. But I really thought he was neat. I ended up passing on him because I'm sure he had a matching spoon, and you can't have that without the matching spoon. This is probably a crystal vase, but like, I don't know, I run across so many of those, I'm just like, nah. A bunch of just Those were some, like, ceramic apples hanging from a rope, but they were super heavy. Little figurines. I thought I was looking through my camera for this. Okay. And they were unmarked. They had luxurious lashes, though. That was pretty cool. A hand with a cross, but it was, like, not an expensive item to begin with. And there's a little hen on an egg cookie jar, except it was not little. And that's me just kind of scanning the shelf to see what I could see. Their used video games are like $5, which I'm like, you don't even know if it works. And no. I was kind of checking out the art, but I didn't want to bend down to go through it all. I thought that was a pretty little boudoir lamp, but it had a crack, and somebody glued it back together, but then the light bulb socket was hanging off. Again, these glasses, they've been there a while. Now they finally have a full set of 8, but I really have no idea who makes them, and I'd probably get stuck with them. I mean, I just have so many dishes, I just can't anymore. I need to get my eBay back moving. That canister was really cool, but it was really huge and really heavy. I couldn't even, like, lift it to flip it. That, I think, was, like, I don't know, Home Goods or something like that. I'm trying to focus on it, but, you know, iPhone 5, what can you do? Lots of mugs. I thought those were cute. And I forget where they're, maybe made in Japan, but they had an R. And I didn't know what the R stood for. And then that. I thought that was a precious Christmas mug. But I have a lot of mugs. I'm like on a mug ban. I won't let myself buy mugs. That was ceramic. Those are just plain salt and pepper shakers, really. So, there's I guess you would make a gingerbread. Is there a gingerbread cake? And you make a gingerbread house with it. And little angels and tons of saucers. And those were really cool Curios snowflake pattern ones. But there's only 5, so I figured I'd have to sell them as one-offs. And then I would have to store them forever. And so I passed on them. And they're like dirty, so I'd have to spend some time cleaning them. Oh, and there's a really interesting phone conversation going on. I wish, that says fall. I love those. They've been there a long time. That was made of wood. I thought it was really neat. And I have like a gold metal trash can, but it needs an insert. So I was like looking at that trash can, and I was like, ugh, it was probably by somebody's toilet. And then they have that. That's been there for a while. I don't know what to eat. I mean, I guess you put candles on it, but I don't have room for it, to be honest. And I'm trying to only get things I wouldn't mind having in my place. So I was looking for scarves. I used to be able to find old scarves, but I haven't been finding those lately. I prefer those to masks because I can breathe out the bottom. There was a Christmas stocking. Sometimes I have really old, like, lingerie. I don't know what that was. Was that like a Star Wars Snuggie? I couldn't make it out. I was kind of confused. And I figured everybody's moved on from Snuggies, I think. I don't know. I kind of miss my old Snuggie. So I'm just going to do a last quick glance around the register. I think I go to the other side of the Halloween stuff, but everything's super overpriced. Like it's retail price. I guess because it hasn't been opened, but it's Goodwill. Have the will to be good and give your shoppers a discount. I thought that was a really neat purse. It was on a chain. You can't see it because I'm bad at filming. And my heater just kicked on, so sorry for the noise. It won't last long. DVDs. Lady in the books section, so I didn't really check out the books. Keeping my social distance. I like that. It was Ghostbusters, but I'm like, who's gonna buy that? Really? And there's the Halloween stuff. Like, everything's brand new in the Halloween section. I don't know where it came from, honestly. Pirate hat. Arr. Now, I will say they had some really awesome pantyhose, but I hate pantyhose. They had some, like, skeleton ones and fishnet ones, and... oh, Halloween purple LED lights. They wanted, like, what was it? I think I showed the price. Like, something ridiculous. It was, like... do I point it out? Oh, it's so hard to make out. $4 for a box of... little box of Halloween lights. And then I always check out the shoe rack. I found myself a nice pair of Ugg boots one time, and I had wanted Ugg boots for my entire life. And they have a bit of a heel to them, so now I can't even wear them. But that's okay, such is life. Ugh, some lovely brass bangles. I think I'm the only person in the world who loves those. But they're like $2 a pop. So there wasn't anything worth buying in there, really. They had the Curios, like, snowflake saucers, which were nice, but there was only 5. Probably could have cleaned the backs up on them, but I don't. I mean, I do well selling one-offs, but I don't want to have to store them since I live in such a tiny place. But, yeah, if someone's super interested, let me know. And the next time I pass through, I'll see if they're still there. But I think they were like 39 cents a piece, 59 cents a piece. I don't remember. Anyway. So that's the tiny Goodwill. Hope you guys enjoyed the walk around.